Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to man up and let's start using some green bands for attached training. Now the key to using green bands is number one, you need to slow the movements down. These are going to be grinding movements. These are not going to be fast, explosive movements. We're going to work with stable deceleration control or fast acceleration control with slow deceleration. Let me show you 10 outstanding exercises you can start doing anywhere with any group using big green extra large bands. Got them attached up here. Let's go ahead and let's get started. I'm going to put the band around my hips. In most cases, these are going to be bands that are going to be attached onto my hips, or I'm going to be doing horizontal base pulling. First exercise, I'm going to stretch this baby out. I need maximum tension so that as I come down into my lunge, I got to really stabilize and push off. Now in most cases, people won't load these green bands. So when you're doing alternating lunges, you got to make sure the band is loaded. So alternating lunges is a great first green band exercise to go ahead and start out with. From there you can go ahead and start working with acceleration back pedals. Now this is a great drill from a cardiovascular standpoint. I don't want to see you coming back fast. So you're going to step in here, explode back, and then ease it back. The key is to explode back as hard as you can. Make sure you alternate legs and get back as quickly as you can, which is really going to drive your nervous system and really make it have to start taxing out. See, the key is the acceleration part, not the deceleration part. If you keep it that way, you stay pretty safe. Tug-of-War drills. Slide your hand through the loop side of the band. Grip it down. Now you can do it two ways. You can go ahead, stay standing and work tug-of-war, or drop down onto a knee, offer yourself greater stability, and get going with those tug-of-war exercises. Man, I'm telling you, you're going to load up, and it's going to be a great exercise. Make sure you alternate. If you want to add rotation into it, great. All right. Now, next exercise in our big band exercise series is going to be resisted quick bursts. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to really tax the nervous system to get out quick, but we're going to come back slow. Very important that you let your clients come back slow, and especially your adults, so they don't injure their Achilles tendon. You're going to go ahead and position yourself down here. It's a quick burst. And then you're coming back easy, real easy. Set yourself. I like to use a three-point stance, and I like to come out quick. I alternate it every time, and I blow out as hard as I can blow out. I'm working on my ability to explode off that leg. Quick burst. Notice each time I come back, it's a slow, methodical step back. From there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do power swings. Now, I like to call these non-impact jumps or swings, however you want to target. The key is to really squeeze your hips at the top. So you're going to go down here. You're going to load. I like to get down. The reason I put my hands here is to get down and get my clients into a nice low position. They got to swing their arms back and come on out. Key is really load the band up. And you got to really squeeze right at the top. You got to get that forceful explosion at the top. Now, let's go up to pushes. Let's go up here. We'll go upper body. Now, pushes can be done with a staggered stance, pressing out. Nice place to start. But once they start getting their trunk on board, get them parallel, get them tall, and make them push out. Now, I like to also press out against the band a little bit, spread it out a little bit, so I get my shoulder blades very much involved and actively engaged during the exercise. From there, we're going to go ahead, we're going to go to low reaches. So we're going to start here, and I like to do low reaches. Feet close together, hips are tight. I'm going down. As I come up, I'm exploding up and squeezing. Squeezing it out. You got to very much engage your hips with those. If you want your trunk to be more involved, just take it upstairs and go into a half harness. Now when you go down, you got really squeeze through here to keep your low back from going into an arch. So forward reaches. I like doing them with double arms because that really loads my hips. From there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do lateral release lunges or steps. Now, we want to make these releases because we don't want the ground impact to be that hard. Big band is going to create a lot of deceleration. We want to create control. So it's step, as soon as my foot hits the ground, I release this foot off the ground. I do not do a hop, which is letting my whole body jump. So at one point, both feet are off the ground. You can see, creates a lot more momentum. Clients really have to be stable with that. Make it a release and get back home. Release and get back home. Outstanding exercise. Now let's go ahead. Let's go into 2 ground-based exercises. They're going to be great metabolic training exercises. First one, resistant mountain climbers. You can do them doing a switch drill, or you can go ahead and do them running. I go ahead and put myself down in this position. The switch is there. The run is there. Now here's what happens. The band on your hips really makes you have to engage from the ground up. Obviously, hands into the ground make me have to engage from the top down, so guess what happens? The trunk really has to get on board. I like running. Keep your feet light. Don't let your Achilles tendon get hammered into the ground. Keep your feet light while you do that. Last one, this will be a fan favorite. Resisted crawls, but we want them speed crawls. So I'm going to get out quick. I'm only going to cover a couple of yards, come back slow, get out quick. I keep the band at my hips so it stays on. Notice my knees, hips are bent. I'm going to accelerate out and I'm going to come back controlled. Come back controlled. Hands are moving really quick and it will crank your heart rate. Resisted crawls, upper body training, lower body training, metabolic training, locomotion training. It's all wrapped into one. There's a series of 10 big band exercises that you can go ahead and try. So now you got a reason to have some big green bands in your training facility, in your boot camps, wherever you want to get after it.